In this video, we're going to look at the screen recording software called Screencast-O-Matic. We're going to look at the different ways to install it, the different features, the settings, and what you need to do after you've recorded your video, whether you save it to your computer or you upload it to YouTube. We'll cover all that. So first, we're going to look at the website. In order to get the software, you go to screencast-O-Matic.com. The easy way to do this is go to Google, type in Screencast-O-Matic. I have it saved already, but Google should be able to take you right to screencast-O-Matic.com. So looking at the web page, right here at the start, there's a big button. It says Start Recording. So this is the easiest way to start using Screencast-O-Matic. If you click Start Recording, it will, if you're in Chrome, it'll pop up this thing. This is Launch Application. From there, you'll download a small exe file that you'll be able to run that launches Screencast-O-Matic. One of the perks about doing this is that you can install Screencast-O-Matic on computers that you don't have admin rights to. I've tested this on a couple computers and it seems to work. So your miles may vary on that. But if you exit out of this, if you choose to not install from the Start Recording button, it gives you an option right here. It says download the full app install. So on your own computer or your computer in your office, this is what I would recommend. And what this does is puts a little icon right here. I'm highlighting it, the Screencast-O-Matic icon, and from there you can start the program. So you don't always have to go to the website first. You can just start it from that icon. And real quick, before we actually get into the software, I'm going to open this other tab here and look at the difference between the paid and the free version. This isn't a commercial for Screencast-O-Matic. I use the paid version, but I use this program quite often, and there's a couple perks. You can use the free version, no problem. You can do everything you need to do. You can record videos, you can upload it to YouTube, and you don't have to give a single penny for that. But if you do decide to pay, it's $15 a year or $29 for 3 years. And the features, if you're using the free version, once again, which I recommend, 15-minute recordings. Chances are you don't really need to record anything longer than 15 minutes. And if you do, you can make 2 separate videos. If you have a presentation that's 30 minutes long, you can separate it into 2 15-minute chunks. You can do the recording, you can publish to YouTube, and you can save as a video file. And then that's all the stuff that we're going to cover today. Some of the pro features, there's a little tiny watermark in the bottom of the corner that says Screencast-O-Matic. This will bother no one if they see the watermark. You can make longer recordings. A couple other things is you have a couple more publishing options: Google Drive, Vimeo, and Dropbox. Chances are you'll only ever need to use YouTube. The one reason that I pay for it is that it gives you some editing tools. So you can kind of go in and tweak the video. Once you've completed recording the video, you can go in and change a couple things. We've blurred information out using Screencast-O-Matic's editing tools that we'd recorded in screen captures. So it has a couple extra features, but chances are for your needs, you'll just need the free version. So next we're going to look at the program itself. So as I mentioned earlier that I downloaded the full app install onto my computer. And when you have it running, it puts this little icon down here that we talked about. So I'm going to go ahead and click that icon. And it says here the recorder will record anything that happens to appear in this frame. So here in a second when we talk about the settings, we'll look at the different options that you have for recording. So this is the recording area, and it gives you some options. You can record the screen. If you have a webcam hooked up to your computer, it can just record the webcam. So if you just want to show yourself instead of what's on your screen, you can do that. Or you have both. So you have the entire screen and then a little square down at the bottom that has the images from your webcam. So with the recording area, I'm going to go down here to size, and it gives you some options: 480p, 720p, and those are just resolutions. So 720p is bigger. You'll get a bigger image size than 480p. Active window will be whatever window you currently have open, and then full screen. I normally use full screen for this setting. because I'm normally recording everything that's going on in my computer screen. A couple other settings here in the setting box: max time. So once again, I'm using the paid version. In the free version, it would say 15 minutes. Narration, so you need to have a microphone, or you can have a microphone, it's not a requirement, in order to talk over what you're doing on the screen. So this is where you'd go to set up your microphone. And so whichever microphone you have should appear once you click this little arrow there. And once you select your microphone, whether it's a USB microphone or whether it's just a standard audio microphone, it'll give you an option to set the bass level, right? So to make sure that your voice isn't just too overpowering or too quiet, it kind of finds the best setting for that. The other option down here is computer audio. If you have the paid version, you can record sounds coming from your computer. So with the free version, it just records your narration, you speaking through a microphone into your computer, but it won't record any sounds that your computer makes itself. So like if you had a music file or something playing on your computer, it wouldn't pick that up. Next, we're going to look at actually recording your screen with Screencast-O-Matic. And so for this example, I'm going to change the size from full screen down to 480p. It gives us a little bit of a smaller window to use, and that way we can have a kind of see what's happening when we record video. Instead of it recording the entire screen, it'll just record this little box on the screen. So when you want to start recording, you just go down here and press the record button. It gives you a countdown from 3, and then there you go. So anything in this little square, and so once again, if you had it set to full screen, it would record the entire screen, but anything that goes on in this little square will be recorded to a video. And you can do your lecture, you can do your presentation, you can do your little how-to guide, and then whenever you're finished, you go down here and click pause, and it gives you an option to review your video. So if you click play, you can preview. So now you're hearing me in this recording that I recorded earlier while I'm recording over it. But as you see, it's playing back just in that little square. So you can kind of get an idea of whether or not you need to go back and record the entire thing, whether or not if you've left something out, you can go back and see where you messed up at. And if you're completely happy with everything, we'll go to done. But if you needed to make any changes, you can actually go back and you use these little selectors. So let's just say you messed up at 15 seconds into the video. And you say, well, everything, from this beginning to 15 seconds was great, but the last part of that video after 15 seconds, it was terrible. Well, you can actually, go stop at the 15 seconds. If you click this, it says it will let you continue recording at the seeked position. So if you click that, and then click yes, the recording will start back up, but at 15 seconds. So you can go back and fix the area that you messed up. Now keep in mind that it doesn't just fix a little section, it starts it again. So if it's only bad from 15 seconds in to 20 seconds in, this erases everything from 15 seconds on and records new material. So just keep that in mind, that you're not fixing a little chunk, you're fixing the whole back end. So I'm going to pause this recording. And so right there you see a little red dashed line. So that just shows where I cut the video, right? So that's the original 15 seconds, and everything from this dashed line up until 40 seconds is all new material. So once you're happy with everything, right, you've got your recording exactly how you want it, you'd click done, and this page will pop up. So this gives you the options to save your video file. And one thing I should have mentioned earlier is that you don't always have to cut back into the center of the video to restart your recording. You can actually add more material at the end. So if you were satisfied, with that first 40 seconds and you wanted to add another couple minutes, you just hit record and it'll start you back up where you left off. The main thing to take away from this is don't finish your video, don't click done until you have it exactly how you want it, because you can't go back. So once you get to this page with the options on how to save your video, there's no way to go back and add anything else to your video. It's a hard copy. It's exactly how it's going to be when it's finished. So look at your options here. The first one is save as a video file. I like this one probably the best because it gives you an option to actually, have your video that you've made on your computer, and you can make, copies of it from there. You can save it to a jump drive, whatever you want to do. So we'll go ahead and do that. So save video file. It gives you some options here. The best option to save, at least in my opinion, is an MP4, and this is because it's easier to upload into YouTube. So you can give it a file name, you can pick which folder you want to save to. Your cursor, it gives you some options here. You can, in the video, have the cursor be highlighted. You can have no cursor whatsoever, or you can just have the cursor as it is. And I like just having the cursor, nothing too fancy. Alright, so you can go ahead and click Publish. And it's saving the video file to my desktop. There you go. And we can browse the folder, and we can see right there it's saved on my desktop. So the other option, let's get back to that page. The other option is upload to Screencast-O-Matic. This is a paid feature. We don't need to worry about it. But if you click this little add more publishing options, you can upload to YouTube. So you can do this directly from the Screencast-O-Matic application right into YouTube. One seamless process. So first, you'll need to have a YouTube account. Alright, so I have one here associated with the Teaching and Learning Center, but we're going to go ahead and delete that. And we're going to go through the process of adding a YouTube account. So in Chrome, I'm already logged in to the OCTC TLC account. So we're going to go ahead and click there and select the account. And it's going to say, hey, do you give permission for Screencast-O-Matic to view your YouTube account and manage your YouTube videos? We're going to allow it. And then there you go. We've added the YouTube account. If you're not already logged in to your Gmail or Google or YouTube account, it's all the same. If you're not already logged into it, it'll probably ask for your password. So just make sure that you have, that ready to go. So we'll click Done. And it gives you some options when you upload to YouTube. So you can give it a title, you can give it a description, your privacy. And I'll talk more about this in a separate YouTube video. But you can have it as private, public, and unlisted. Private means no one can see the video other than yourself. Public means it's out there for everybody, and unlisted means only people that have the link to your video can see it. And so we'll just set this to private since it's a test video. You can set your category. You have the same cursor options, and so when you click Publish, it starts encoding the video, and then it'll eventually start uploading the video. Alright, and once it's finished encoding and uploading, you can actually open it in YouTube. And since the video is private, no one can see it, which is fine. The only other thing that I need to mention is that once you're finished with your video and you want to start recording another video, in the free version, it deletes your previous recording. So you can only have one working recording at a time. The paid version gives you the option to save multiple working recordings. So that's why I stress saving that MP4 video right onto your computer. That way you can have a hard copy. So this concludes my guide on how to use Screencast-O-Matic, how to save your video from Screencast-O-Matic, and how to upload that video into YouTube with Screencast-O-Matic. Thank you.